Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, as we all know, afforestation and reforestation can be used to improve the quality of human life. Sir, India has vast tracts of land along the national highways throughout the country. This land can be utilized for planting trees of various utilities including minor economic uses, minor forest produces as well as for providing shelter. People appreciate such types of plantation, but nowadays the government agencies or other transportations are not keeping utility factor in mind while planting these saplings. They are more interested in planting those saplings which grow faster so that they can reap the benefit within a shot without taking the consideration whether the plants are really useful or not. I request the Union Government to take action for plantation of trees on a large scale on the side of national highways throughout the country. Those who are engaged in the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme may be diverted to plant the saplings and to nurture them to a certain extent. With the decline in sericulture sector without government support, the number of silk rearing units, silk markets and industries has come down. Hence, I would like to urge upon the central government to accord farming of mulberry leaf and silk rearing the status of an agriculture crop in order to utilize the benefit available under agriculture scheme of state and center so as to make this sustainable farm-based sericulture activity a profitable enterprise in the country. The promotion of higher education in sericulture should be mandate of Central Silk Board by extending support to the student in University of Agriculture Sciences, Bangalore. I also urge the central government to consider the sericulture as a major field of research and include it in the major programs of Indian Council of Agricultural Research. In India, around 92 million people are working as domestic workers. They are not being properly paid for their work and they are compelled to work for more hours for a very meager amount. Moreover, their job is also not guaranteed. The domestic workers associations have also been started in many states and are functioning with different names and fighting for their causes since 1985. I request through you, Madam Speaker, the central government should take some initiatives to mitigate the problems of domestic workers and bring legislation to protect their interests and to ensure them proper remuneration so that they may be freed from all kind of atrocities and discriminations. The same view may also be placed before the ensuing 2011 International Labour Association Conference by our Indian government for the welfare of the Indian domestic workers. At a time when the government is committed to provide world-class health and Medicare both in public and private sector hospitals functioning in the National Capital Region, the poor working conditions of the nursing staff in these hospitals is quite shocking. While the government-run hospitals offer reasonably good remuneration packages and facilities to their nursing staff, the Private hospitals which are enjoying subsidies such as land, water, electricity, etc., are not treating their paramedical staff, especially nursing staff, fairly. They are providing them low wages. They have miserable working conditions, including extended duty hours without overtime wages. The nursing staffs are working with service contract bonds extending from 5 to 2 years. The nursing staff of many private hospitals in the National Capital Region are agitated and demanding a good monetary package and healthy working conditions at par with those of their counterpart in government hospitals. All private hospitals charge high fees for treatment and hospitalization. It is therefore natural that they should compensate their workforce, especially nursing staff, in a justly manner. Furthermore, the practice of employment on contract bond with all documents held by the employer should be stopped forthwith. I request the Centre to set up a committee to look into the genuine grievances of the missing staff in private hospitals and to evolve statutory guidelines in terms of better remuneration packages and dignified working conditions. The central government has declared that every small and marginal farmer of the country should have access to microcredit to the tune of rupees 2 lakhs from all the nationalized banks. But in reality, this is not being followed by the banks, resulting in great difficulties being experienced by small and marginal farmers. Due to non-implementation of central government's policy of microfinance, the farmers are gradually forced to go into the clutches of private financial institutions and money lenders who charge an exorbitant rate of interest. Sir, owing to the indifferent attitude of bank officials, the credit-deposit ratio in the rural branches of nationalized banks is very low. Therefore, there is a need to take steps to increase this.